Theung ran inside, wiping his tear, and directly went to the kitchen and silently weeping there until Inwu was come. Hey princess, what happened? Inwu asked in concern. Nothing. They shuddered and immediately wiped his tear and turned his back to him. You're crying? I can see that, he said, and held his arm and turned him to look at him. What happened, princess? He asked again. Nothing, Invo. I'm okay. They said with a fake smile. You don't want to share it with me. It's okay. But remember one thing. If you don't want to talk and need someone, then I am always there for you, he said, wiping their tears and smiled a little. Real smile come to Theung's lip. What is going on here? They heard a voice and Invo immediately took a step back. Theung turned and saw Jin standing on the kitchen door while his eyes were slightly narrowed at them. Hyung, he's not feeling well, so I was just worried. Invo said quickly. What happened, Theung? Jin asked about concern, and they gave him a small smile. Nothing, Hyung. I was feeling hungry. That's why I come to the kitchen. But he thought I was not feeling well, they explained, and walked toward the door. Oh, okay. I was searching for Jungkook, but I couldn't find him. Did you know where he is? Actually, Abba asked him. It's too late, and he hadn't cut the cake yet. Jin said, and they both come out of the kitchen. They looked toward the door and saw Jungkook enter, but out of nowhere, Jimin come in front of him. They walked toward them. What is it? They heard Jimin's angry voice. Jungkook became tense while rubbing his cheeks. Tell me, whose lipstick mark is this? He asked while angrily. Mine, they said. From nowhere behind, they both turned to look at him. He walked toward them and stood beside Jungkook. It's my lipstick mark, they said and looked at Jimin. And Jimin felt embarrassed and went from there after nodding his head. He scared me, Jungkook told, and took a breath of relief. They turned to his face and looked at him smiling. I hate it, they said, and gritting his teeth, an angry tear would slip his eyes. They grabbed his arm and dragged him out of the house again. Jungkook was looking at him confused. What? They didn't have a chance to say something. Instead, wiping his cheeks like roughly with his finger, he understood that what it meant, and he let him do what he was doing. It's clean, Taekook said while they continued rubbing his cheek. He felt like his cheeks were burning a little, but due to Taekook continued rubbing, he ignored it because of Taekook's tears, which would stop falling. Why you let her kiss you? It's hurt, Cook. Would that any clinging to you? You didn't stop her. Is she more important to you? And what me? I'm nothing, and her gift is the best. What about mine? His voice was cracked while tears were falling from his eyes. Continuously. Hey, it's not like that day. Look, Annie is gone. She came here to say goodbye to me and about her gift. Yes, her gift is the best. He pushed and they felt his heart was clinging hardly. He wrapped his arms around his waist and pulled it closer. But your gift is the best gift I have ever had. Which one? No one can replace. He paused again and came closer to his ear. Last night was the best night ever. For me, no one is more important than you. He moved back a little and looked into their eyes. Their heart was melted after hearing this. But it doesn't mean I'm changing my lifestyle and allow you to control my life. I hate serious relationship because I didn't like to control by anyone. I'm giving you more importance than I gave anyone before. Because you're different and I really like you and you're mine. But it doesn't mean I will do whatever you want. No, I will do whatever I want. he said strictly, while many tears left his eyes and so far escaped his mouth. And he's gone, so relax. He said, cupping his face. He tried to calm him cause they were more dear and felt uneasy in his heart. Look, you're looking beautiful. You almost took my breath when I saw you in this black dress. Huh? I never thought a boy could be this pretty. He complimented while wholeheartedly and tried to make it better, which worked cause he was blushing hurt. They lowered his gaze while feeling shy, and Jungkook was looking at a sign of relief. He smiled looking at his shy face and lifted his face, placed his lips on him, and kissed him softly. Their heart was beating and started running faster. He closed his eyes and placed his hand on his shoulder while kissing him back. After some time, he pulled back and looked at him. Are you okay now? He asked, still smiling, and they nodded, looking down. Then, let's go. He asked and held his hand in front of him. Well, something hurts him. Go. What any give you? He asked, and Jungkook's face immediately light up. Oh, how can I forget this? I was coming to you. I want to tell you first. He was yelling excitedly, while things stared at him confusing. What? He asked, and Jungkook took out the pass and held it in front of him. My dream key, he explained happily, but Young didn't understand. He held both arms and just said, I'm so happy, so happy. May Almighty always keep you happy like this. They prayed for out aloud, and Jungkook stopped looking at him smiling. But tell me the reason for your happiness. And what is it? They asked curiously. I'm going for a world tour. After 3 months, he explained. Happily, but Young's face fell. He immediately covered it with a smile. Oh, they didn't know what to say, so he hugged him. I'm really happy for you, they said. Tried to make himself happy from inside, but failed. Now, let's go. Everyone is waiting for you to cut the cake. Theung said and he pulled back. Okay, he said and about to turn when Theung held his arm and turned his face again. He came closer to him and cupped his face and pulled him down. Happy birthday. Seeing this, he kissed his forehead and made him smile. Thank you, he said and kissed their nose, making him giggle a little. Now, shall we? He asked and held his hand in front of him, which they took happily, and both went inside. Jungkook cut the cake, and everyone wished him and gave him a lot of gifts. Either his friend would enjoy the party. After the party, everyone went to their home, but Inwoo didn't. Mr. John and Jin told him to stay for a few days. He really tried to go, but he didn't let him go. And then, in the end, he agreed. Miss John told Mr. John that she wanted Theon and Jungkook announcement as soon as possible. And Mr. John told her that he will talk to Theon and Jungkook next morning. So, tell me, what your decision? Mr. John asked about making a serious face. Theon and Jungkook were seated in front of him. In the coach, in Mr. and Mrs. John's room, Miss John told them that he and Miss John wanted their reception to be done next week, which made Jungkook panic. He was shocked to hear his parents' sudden decision. He was about to tell them about his world tour, but before he could say anything, they dropped this bomb. Miss John didn't tell Mr. John what she saw. She only told Mr. John that Jungkook was start liking Theon, so they should be done their reception before Jimin's marriage, which is next month, and Mr. John agreed. While Jungkook wanted to tell their parents that he is not ready, but he knew if he disagreed, then they will be disappointed with him. He didn't want this. He looked over Theon and saw his eyes were lighted up. He was really about to say something when he held his hand and squeezed, making them look at him. He saw Jungkook's upset face and form. They realized his eyebrows questioningly, and Jungkook shook his head slightly, only today. But before he could say anything, Jin entered the room. Mama, Appa, Namjoon is coming, Jin informed excitedly. What? Really? Hyung? Jungkook said surprisingly and Jin nodded. Oh, that's good. Finally, it took time for us. Mr. John said happily. Namjoon is Jin's husband. Yeah. He said he's only coming for Jimin's wedding. Jin said, and his eyes. Be grateful, Jin. We all know how busy he is, but still, he takes time for our family function. Miss John scrolled Jin a little. Whatever. Jin shrugged and looked at Tae and Jungkook. What are going on here? Jin asked his parents. We were about to talk about their reception. Oh, so Jungkook agreed. They haven't said anything yet. It's final. They both like each other, and I know Jungkook has no issue with it. Am I right, Jungkook? Miss John said and they asked. Jungkook strictly making. Jungkook clapped. He again looked at Taeyong for help. Jungkook, say something, Mr. John said firmly, and he became tense. Didn't know how to decline. He didn't say, but he didn't like Taeyong because it's hurt. They didn't want this. He wanted to find some easy way out of this. While they was looking at Jungkook with tense face, which gritting his heart. I'm not ready for this. They blurred out, and everyone had snapped toward Taeyong. What? They all said in a union, while Jungkook was silently staring at him. What are you saying, son? Miss John said softly. Appa, He dried off, didn't know what to say. He wants to complete his study first. What? Yes, Mama. He wants to complete his study first, he said, and gave Taeyong an apology look. Taeyong's eyes would start filling with a tear, but he blinked and clubbed to hold his tear back. You can complete your study after this. After completing the study, we can do this. Son, you tell me, did you really want to complete your study? Miss John said, softly while closing to him. No, Jin is right. He can complete his study after this. I'm talking to Tae, Mr. Jones said, firmly making Miss John close his mouth. Tell me though, he asked again, putting his hand on Tae's hand. Yes, Appa, they said, while feeling bad for lying. Then it's final. Until he completes his study, no one will talk about this again, Mr. John pronounced. And Miss John looked at him with eyes winded. She tried more time, but Mr. John didn't change his decision. Jungkook let out a sign of relief while they controlled his feeling, and tears making a blank face. I was coming out of my room when I heard someone talking or yelling voice from the kitchen. I went toward the kitchen and saw Jimin and Jin Hyung stood there in the kitchen doorway. Jimin smiling while Jin Hyung were eyes stared at someone. What has happened? I was saying, but cut off by someone yelling. How dare you? Now you're dead. Jungkook was yelling, holding a rolling pin. Look at my angry cat. I am, In was saying while yelling after the table, but they cut him off. Did you just call me an angry cat? No, I didn't call you. Duffer, I was saying that. Look out of the window, he said, pointing toward the window, try to save himself or his rolling pin. I know what you mean, they said again and tried to hit him, but bent and saved himself. Princess, I'm sorry, I really didn't know that ice cream was yours. He tried to calm him down, but that didn't affect any. But you could ask me before having it. You know, I was the only one who bought ice cream here, and that too was strawberry. And I know you knew it, but still you ate the whole box. I didn't think about it. While I was looking at them, finding something was burning inside me that continued arguing and running here and there, making me want to do something. But I controlled myself because Jimin and Jin Hyung stood there with them. Taeyong's voice were causing me restless seeing them together. I saw Inwoo held Taeyong both waist. Inwoo pushed Tae a little closer, and that's enough for me to break out. What the hell are you doing here? I asked harshly. They both will look at them, and Inwoo freed his hand. I bring you a lot of ice creams. Now let's go, I said, and held his wrist and started walking away from there. But he stopped. No, you're not going to buy me. I want Inwoo to buy me. He ate. They were saying, but I cut him off. Enough, Tae. I said let's go, I yelled, which made him flinch. Hey, Easy man, why are you yelling at him?